Will just texted Nathan and said, hey, how's it going? You know, and we're doing this lemonade stand and a craft stand. You want to come over? And Nathan's first response is, hey, check my new TikTok video I made. So we are here. We stopped off. And he's like out there like trying not to smile. Like he's like all embarrassed. It's really cute. Of course, Preston wants in on the action. Oh, they're getting Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth is Nathan's crush. Oh, and there's a little dance. There they are. Oh, she's right here. She's sitting right there. Okay, we just met President and Sister Coster, and I totally started crying because I'm like, it hit me. I'm like, they were the last to see my Will. And they both just said amazing things about Will. And Sister Coster totally hugged me, and she said that he was fabulous and always willing to help. And President Coster said Will acted like the first day he got there, he'd already been there for 2 years. Like he's like, what can I do to help you, President? Like shook his hand and was like ready to work and serve, and it was awesome. So, hey guys, we are just leaving the Costner's home.
Costers.
Oh, sorry, Costers, not Costners.
Well, not like Kevin
so
Costner.
Kevin Costner's brother. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, first of all, let's just take a glance at this. Gorgeous. Okay, back to what I was saying. So this is the Costers. I like to say it, right? So this is more so for Will because he watches my vlogs to get updated on the family. So this is the Costers' new home that they just purchased. They were trying to decide if they're going to go back to San Diego where they came from or to Provo, and all their kids are here in Provo, so they are decided to go to Provo. So we came to their homecoming. They just live here in Provo in the Riverwoods area. They're amazing. Their talks were great. It was so fun to see them. Right when I met both President and Sister Costner, I like totally started crying because I'm like, you're the last ones to see my Will. And they were like, don't make me cry. And they, of course.
Sister Coster was like, I'll give you a hug because I just hugged him.
It was so great.
A few weeks ago.
Right.
So.
And then Sister Costner said, you know, Will was so great and so likable and so hardworking. And then just right now when we were saying goodbye to them, because we talked to them at the Ward building, and then we just talked to them at their house to say goodbye. You got a picture with them. But President Costner was like, oh yeah, he's going to the rest of his mission. He's such a guy. He what was the tie comment he made?
Oh, so he would always have this pink tie, and when President Coster would see him wearing the tie, he's like, wow, that's a nice tie. And so all of a sudden, a couple months ago, he walked up to President and said, President, I want you to have this tie. You've appreciated it as much as I have, and so I want you to have this tie.
So
President Coster's like, no, you don't need to give me your tie. But you have to understand Will. When Will decides something, it's going to be the way Will wants it to be. And so Will's like, no, I insist. I want you to have this tie. President Coster has one of Will's ties.
So they actually both served missions in the Philippines. And then when they got home, they met and got married. And then they got called to the Philippines. I mean, how cool is that? So it was just great. Great afternoon. So now we got to hurry and head back home so we can go to our own ward. But great.
Mom,
What did you do?
I draw this.
And what does this say?
Oh no. And Sophia's back.
Oh, in the back. Well, show me the front of that picture. Who is that?
Me.
Oh, did you draw that yourself?
Yeah.
That looks
I would draw you inside, but my teacher said I can't.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. This does look a lot like you. Those eyes and that smile and that hair. That is you. I love it. And this says, I belong to the Church of
Jesus.
Jesus.
That works.
See at the back?
Yes, I see the back of your picture. What's on it?
Everything.
Everything.
But that's no.
Oh, that's a no. That's why it has an X on it. That's a no.
No.
Yeah. Hey, Brigham, come and show me what happened to you, bud.
I was Gavin brought the hoverboard here, and I was bringing it back, and I was going to go climb up the ladder to go to church, and I got stung by a wasp on my neck.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Okay, we are home. We are back to normal life. And it's like crazy cloudy. It's only 82 degrees out there. It was raining a little earlier, but anyways, it's good to be back. We had a great time in Bear Lake. It's one of our favorite places ever. We got some kids. Everyone has seatbelts on. Oh, Jan, put it around your chest, honey.
What?
Please hold. We're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple things about Bear Lake that I wanted to tell you about. We always stay at our timeshare, which is Worldmark. They have them all over the world. And we've stayed in a ton around, you know, California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah. That's where the main place we stay. We love it. Love them because they're like a little mini apartment that has lots of room, and then the kitchen is fully stacked. Why is it beeping? Everyone has seatbelts on. Anyways, it's fully stocked with pans and forks and knives. What, honey?
Candy, I show this.
Oh, pretty cool. So we stay at a timeshare. We love it. That's like the family thing. So we can make breakfast, we can make lunch, we can make dinner, and we did. We would barbecue and anyways, it was a lot of fun. We enjoy it. They have an outdoor pool and a jacuzzi, an indoor pool and an indoor kiddie pool and a jacuzzi. They have tennis courts, sand volleyball, huge grass area. They have a horseshoe. They have a whole bunch of stuff. Another reason why I love it is, well, we just love it. We go there every year. We love it. The kids love to go fishing. There's different fun hikes and things to see. Bloomington Lake. But another personal reason, two quick stories. 2 years ago, this guy learned to swim there. So he was kind of like Robbie was this year, just like almost there. And it was like all summer long. He was almost there. And then we got to Bear Lake and he just took off, and it was awesome and amazing. And I'm so proud of him. And now he's like our swimmer, our little swimmer bug, which we love. And then that was 2 years ago. 3 years ago, this really cool thing happened. Like, this story is seriously unbelievable because it's so crazy how awesome this story is. Earlier that summer, Jackson and Tyler went. Yeah. So earlier that summer, Will and Jackson went to EFY in Santa Barbara at UCSB. Now, usually EFY is at BYU, and there's thousands of people that go. And at this EFY in Santa Barbara, you know, there was like a couple hundred, if that. Like, it was just such a smaller group, but it was so fun for them. They loved it. So we're at Bear Lake. Fast forward a couple months, we're at Bear Lake. We go to the pool, and Jackson sees this other teenager, this kid, and he's like, I know that guy. I'm like, oh, from where? You know, from what? He's like, from EFY. And I'm like, EFY Santa Barbara? Like, that's so bizarre. So of course we have to go over and talk to this family. So I'm talking to his mom, and I'm like, you guys, they know each other from EFY? And they're like, yeah, that's what he was telling us. And I'm like, why in the world would you guys go to EFY in Santa Barbara? Like, we went there because that's where I'm from. Like, why in the world? And they were having a family reunion somewhere in California that was by Santa Barbara, and so they just dropped him off, and that was the closest one for him to go to. So he went to EFY in Santa Barbara. And so just like talking with this mom and dad, and there are other kids, and then their parents, and just like this big family reunion. So I'm like, oh, where are you guys from? And they're like, oh, we're from Washington State, from Spokane. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I served my mission in Spokane. That's awesome. And they're like, well, thank you. They're like, well, we're not really in Spokane. It's like this little town. You probably never heard of it. And I'm like, well, what is it? They're like, Royal City. And I'm like, I served in Royal City. And they were like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, when I was there, the mission what is it called? In your war mission ward leader, thank you. I was gonna say coordinator for some reason. Was the Callahans, and how cool the Callahans were. And they're like, the Callahans are our best friends of all time. Like, we go on vacations with them all the time. And I'm like, no way. So this is the grandma and grandpa now of the son that Jackson went to EFY with. They're the ones. And I'm like, I didn't remember them, but I mean, it was like 23, 24 4 years ago. Anyways, I didn't remember them, but I'm like, yeah, when I was there, so their older kids were all gone, and they had a younger kid who was kind of spoiled and had like a brand new car, and he was 15 and like a sports car, and they're like, oh yeah, he's still the baby of the family. He still gets everything he wants. You know, it's just, and I don't mean to bag on the Collins, but I love them. And the son was so fun as well. But those are the only memories, just a second, the only memories I have of, you know, this family. We're talking about different areas and different other families, and they know everyone. They're in that ward. So I'm like, oh my gosh, we totally knew each other, but I can't place you, and they couldn't place me. But I'm like, what a small world. What an amazing story that I have to travel to Bear Lake, and they too have to travel to Bear Lake for us to come in contact and meet up, and it's just awesome. So we love Bear Lake. Oh, guys. Oh, man. Okay. I was over at the neighbor's house, and I'm walking back across the grass, and Preston's like, Mom, like doing two hands. I can't do two hands with the other. He's like, Mom. And I'm like, what? He's like, okay. So I walk closer, and he goes, there's a rat in our bushes. And I'm like, okay, thank you for not yelling that across the whole, neighborhood, that we have a rat in our front yard. So for all you animal lovers, fast forward this. Please, no hate. Sorry about this story. I'm giving you a little preface. So fast forward. If you don't like this, don't leave any mean comments. I don't like rats. So sorry. Because we have ditch water, we get a lot of rats. And unfortunately, thank goodness they're not in our house, but we see them in my garden. I've never seen one in my front yard. So Preston's like, there's one. So we have like this little, this tiny little area with a tree and then like a bunch of little bushes right by our garage. And so I'm like, looking, I'm like, Preston, I don't see, are you kidding me? Or are you telling me the truth? He's like, Mom, his eye is right there. So I'm like looking for a rat, and all I see is his little head. And then it was like bushes. I couldn't see it. I was like, oh my gosh. Well, Scott's not here. Will's not here. Jackson's not here. Tyler's not here. Gavin's not here. No one can help me get this rat. There's no way I'm walking away with this rat in my front yard. And I'm talking, let's see if I can do this. Okay. My leg is in the way. His body was like this big, so his tail was longer. Like, hello? Are you kidding me? I'm looking around. All I can find is a lacrosse stick. Grab the lacrosse stick, and I'm like super nervous. My heart is pounding, and I'm like, it took me several minutes, and I finally just whacked the bushes, and then Preston and and we jump out. Well, my neighbor, John, just pulls in, and he comes in, he's like, what's going on? What's wrong? And I'm like, there's a rat. He goes, oh, really? I go, thank goodness. Like, he can help get the rest of this, take care of this rat for me. Like, I don't have to do this. Oh, because this is not my thing. I don't do spiders. I don't do snakes. I don't do rats. I don't do any of this. I don't even like frogs. Like, I don't want to do any of that. That's gross. And he's like, oh yeah, Lori, sorry, I can't do rats. And I'm like, John, are you serious? Like, I'm thinking he's kidding. He's like, no. He's like, if it was a snake, I could grab it for you right now. But rat is that's the only thing. I can't do it. And I'm thinking, is this guy kidding me right now? A guy can't get a rat for a girl? Like, are you kidding? Sounds so sexist, I know. Sorry, don't leave the hate comments. And so we finally see it goes against the wall of the garage, the outside of the garage, and I see it again, and I'm like, John is literally standing behind me, his hands on my shoulders, standing behind me, and I get the stick, and you can kind of see him and kind of not, because there's all these bushes, and I just give it a big whack, and then of course we all scream. And so John has Preston go to his house and get some of his older kids that are home. So they come with a shovel, and one of them comes with a BB gun. I'm like, come on now. So they're able to get it and finish it, and we put it in the trash can, and it's gonzo out of my yard. Again, I am sorry, all you animal lovers that catch spiders in your house and like let them go outside. I don't do that. You're in my house, I kill you. Sorry, I know, that sounds awful. I just don't want rodents or spiders. I don't even like snails. They ruin my garden. So, love animals, but not in my vicinity area. But I would never do this. I don't even like to get a tiny spider this big. Like, I have to call for a brother
or Scott, he's usually not here, but he would totally get it for me. Like, I don't do what I just did. I took 2 whacks at a rat. I'm pretty impressed with myself that I could do that because I had no other option. There was nobody else that could help me in that situation. So I'm kind of proud of myself that I was able to step up and do something way out of my comfort zone. That's my story.